All right, so welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video. Before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I will be starting a series on my channel of the healing diaries. It's gonna be a mixture of different type of content, me going to the gym, me and one of my friends going to have work sessions, different things of that nature. BTS of me working on some stuff that I'm getting ready to release, as well as what's been going on in my life since I haven't really been posting. I took a break from everything because I really needed to like sit with God and heal and process some things and really get my life in order, like really have a real like accountability, acknowledgement of different things of that nature. What else? So this first video, we're gonna be doing a sit down and I'm gonna be giving y'all a backstory of how I left God. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. But make sure you subscribe. As some of you know, many of you may not know, when I first moved to San Antonio, that was a year ago, March 16, 2024. At the time that I was moving, I was dating. And due to unforeseen circumstances, I'm not gonna go into the details of that. The situation did come to an end. However, I do want to share some things, and this is me sharing my testimony and my truth. This is not to bash anyone. I want to put that disclaimer out there. The situation did cause me to get a little depressed. It also caused me to like lose myself. It was some things that happened, some things that were spoken that just kind of like took me on a downhill spiral that I didn't even recognize until I started going back to therapy and like really being honest with my therapist about triggers and things that I was noticing that was really like affecting me and impacting me. So through the disconnection of that situation, it caused me to question God, like, God, it started out like this was going on, that was going on. Like, I know, and I want to make this because everybody make this assumption that I moved here for this man. I never moved here for this man. If you know me, you know that I've always wanted to live in Texas. Love Houston, love Dallas, but if you know me, then you know that I've changed my life. I don't party, I don't go out, I don't do none of those things. I'm more of a chill woman now. So that's why I chose San Antonio. It's more of a chill, calm city. And it reminds me of my hometown, which is Jacksonville in Florida. So it reminds me of home. That's why I chose it. I didn't choose it for a man. I want to clear that up. I want to make that very clear. I didn't come here for no man. I came here because when I first came here, it was nothing but peace here. Houston, Dallas is a little too fast for me. A lot be going on. I'm a chill woman. If you know me, if you've been friends with me, you're friends with me, then you know I'm a chill, calm woman now. I don't do the things that I used to do. I changed that a long time ago. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that disclaimer out there. But back to the story. I got mad with God. I got disappointed because I was like, God, I prayed for this love and I prayed for these things and you gave it to me. And this, that, and the third happened and that happened. Like, that was supposed to be my person. It was supposed to be me and this person. And it was just like, as soon as I got here and, I moved into my apartment, it was like, he just stripped everything away. And it was just like, hold up, wait a minute. I cried for this. I prayed for this. Not just the relationship, but, just to be able to transition here. Like, it was just like, oh my gosh, I thought my whole life was falling apart. But God was really allowing everything to come together. A lot of times, like, we think that our life is ending because of a relationship or friendships or losing a job or different things of that nature. And it's just like, it's God protection and it's God's redirection for something greater. But in the moment, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it as God protecting me. I couldn't see it as God doing it for me. I saw it as God, like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, what did I do for you to strip these things of me? What did I do to feel this pain? What did I do to go through this sorrow? Like, I've done all of this work. I sought you. I've been intentional in my relationship with you. And I come here and it's despair and it's heartbreak and it's all of these different things. And it's just like, I didn't understand. So I was like, okay, God, so this is what we doing. I'm going to sit you down for a little bit, or I'm going to put you on the back burner, because there's no way that you loved me and you allowed these things to happen to me. So phase 1 of my healing diary is I had to pick God back up, like wholeheartedly, not partially, not semi, not, this is like, I had to die to myself, die to my feelings, die to my emotions, and I had to pick God back up and make him number one in my life. And I said this in my video on TikTok. A lot of people thought that the situation that I was in was causing me to glow and be happy and all these different things. But I had made a sound decision, a conscious decision, that God is all that I wanted. And it was the Jesus glow. It wasn't a man glow. It was the glow of the Lord. I remember praying, God, let me spend so much in your time and in your presence that I radiate like Moses did when he was spending time in your presence like that. I remember that being my prayer. And it still is my prayer to this day. Like, no matter what has happened, I'm still praying, God, allow me to live in your presence, be in your presence, and come from out of your presence to where there's just this glow about me that people can't take it, or they just know it's you. And putting God down, it just took me in a downward spiral. Like, I had so much shame, so much guilt, so much pride, so much arrogance, so much paranoia. Like, it was just like, I didn't trust nobody. Like, unless I knew you, like knew you, I trusted you. If you was somebody new or you was attached to that previous situation, side eye bun busted. You know how they say side on TikTok? Like, that was me. I was giving people the side eye, like, I don't know, like we could be cool, we could be cordial, but I'm gonna keep you at an arm's length distance. Like, I was just so broken. Like, it took pieces of me that I didn't even know. Like, I remember when I first came here, I was light, I was love, like, and I know I'm light and I'm love. Like, if y'all know from my interviews, I say the greatest thing I want people to experience is the love of God from me. And with everything that happened and me deciding to step away from God, that was stripped from me. That light, that love was stripped from me. And I just pushed it all away. I pushed God away. I pushed the light away. I pushed the love away. And I isolated myself, because, like I said, I didn't understand how God could bring me to a place and then allow so much turmoil to happen in my life so quickly. It was within a week, 1 to 2 weeks, that quickly everything shifted and changed and was just like, boom, 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 boom. Like, it wasn't a month, 2 months, 3 months. It was just instantly. And I was just like, oh no, God, if this is what you're doing, I'm scared. If this is what you're doing, I want no parts. Like, get me out of here. But I didn't put him down too heavy, because, you know, as y'all know, I was still doing my ministry. I was still planning this conference, but I still didn't have enough of him to have enough faith. I still didn't have enough of him to show up consistently, to show up wholeheartedly. I still didn't have enough of him to really fulfill and walk in the destiny and the purpose he had for me. I still didn't have enough to believe and receive the blessings that he had for me. I still didn't have enough to trust what he was doing. I still didn't have enough to die to myself. I still didn't have enough to die to my flesh. Like, God sent people in my life, and so much trauma was in me, I couldn't even receive the help. I couldn't even be vulnerable. Like, people like, Simone, are you okay? You sure you're okay? You don't seem okay. Do you need help? Do you need this? And I just be like, God disappointed me. So man disappointed me too. And it's just like, I couldn't even receive actual godly help that he was sending. All I could see was my trauma. All I could see was my pain. All I could see is the fact that I came here and God just stripped everything away. All I could see is I came here and my dad started having all of these health issues back to back. So much warfare against my daddy. Like, that's all I could see was the darkness around me. And it was just like, whoo, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not going to cry. 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 Ooh. Ooh. And it was just like I said, I just didn't believe that God loved me and let me go through all of that. But here we are today, and I've been working in the background to trust God again, to truly learn God, to receive everything he has for me, to right my wrongs, to just surrender all and not think twice, not run, not shrink, not back down. To, if someone come into my life and he has to take them, to trust that he's taking it for my protection, for the greater, for the better. To know that anything he's stripping and moving or anything he's doing is for me. The breaking, the pruning, the burning, like, what's that song? It's the song by Maverick City. I can't remember it, but it's just like going through it. I'm in a different mindset, in a different phase, in a different, I see things different. I'm more Christ conscious than I was flesh and feelings conscious. Like, I'm more, okay, yes, you feel this, but what does God want you to do about this? Like, I've gotten back to a place where it's me and God. And I just want to encourage someone that if you're ever going through something and you feel like God has let you down, or you decide to put God down, to pick him back up. To be broken is to be made whole. To be pruned is to come into the person he has called you to be wholeheartedly. Like, I was showing up partially. I'm gonna be honest, y'all already know I'm vulnerability, transparency, and raw. Like, I was showing up as 50%, 60%, 55%, sometimes 40%, 30%. Then everything happened with my health, and I was in the hospital, and my blood pressure shot up, and then I started having issues in my arm, and it was just like I had to get back to 100% of God. Anxiety, stress, hypertension. That was the enemy. It was all the enemy attacking. And some of it was also God. He had to really clean my heart, purify my mind. Like, he really had to clean me up, get to the root of things that I would, you know how you give pieces of God, you give pieces of yourself to God, but you don't give all of yourself to God. Yeah, I had to give him all of me, the abandonment, the bullying, the judgment, the trauma. I even started recognizing triggers, like, with people and things around me. Like, I switched therapists 3 times before I got to this one I got. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna rock it out. Like, she was like, Simone, you have to notice your triggers and understanding where those triggers are coming from, what the trauma is that attached to it. And you gotta deal with the trauma. And I'm dealing with my trauma, and I'm dealing with my triggers, and I'm recognizing that this happened to me, but just because this happened to me with this person doesn't mean that person is going to do the same thing, and I need to respond in this way, and I need to recognize this. And then I have to go back to God. Okay, God, this is what's really going on the inside of me. This is what I'm really feeling. Like, if it's no one else, and I always said this and I will always say this, if it's no one else you can get naked before, it is God. If it's no one else you can be fully vulnerable before, it is God. If it's no one else that's not going to judge you or you think won't love you anymore once they recognize the real you, it is God. And that's some of the reasons why we run for him. Oh, you're not gonna love me. And that's reasons why we run from love of other people. I noticed that for myself. I run for love for other people because I'm like, if you see the real me, or if you really know this, and you really know that, you might not like me, you might not love me, you might not want to be with me, you might not want to be around me. But God is unconditional love. He loves us unconditionally in spite of. He sent his only begotten son to die for us, not knowing whether we would follow him and pick up our cross daily or not. He knew us when he formed us in our mother's womb. It's nothing we can do to not make him love us, to pull away from us, to just drop us and let his grace just disappear. It says his mercy is renewed daily. But it's us that's like, nah, his mercy ain't for me. I did too much, or I strayed too far away, or God know I dropped him off and didn't want to pick him back up. Oh, I blamed him for this, and I questioned him on this. And I'll never forget, a friend texted me. He was like, let the shame and guilt go. If you sin, let it go. Whatever it is, let it go. God's not worried about that. And I'm like, I don't know. But now that I'm like seeing, my eyes have been cleared, like the scales have been removed from my eyes. It's like, yes, God's not worried about that. You're worried about your past. You're worried about your yesterday. God is focused on your today. He's not even focused on your tomorrow. Tomorrow has enough problems for itself. He's focused on your today, your right now. So, y'all, I had put God down. I put him down. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do ministry. I didn't want to have love. I didn't want to have responsibilities of everybody else's life, and I didn't want this and I didn't want that, and I dropped them. I ran. I disappeared. Didn't think twice about it. It was just so much weight on my shoulder, and all of the stuff with my health, and then all this stuff with my dad, and all this stuff with my relationship, all this stuff with this person, all this stuff with that person. And it was just so much pressure that I was just like, oh God, no, I'm gone. Bye God, bye this, bye that, bye. I dropped it. Didn't think twice about it. And people came to me, Simone, you kind of did that wrong. And it was like, I wasn't even thinking in the moment. So much was happening. And still to this day, I'm still having issues in my dominant arm. I'm still trying to get that figured out. And it's just like, that's my priority. But I'm learning with getting back into my relationship with God and really studying his word how I did before, and breaking it down and looking it up in Hebrew and getting, all of the getting deeper into it, that he's, even though I don't understand some of the stuff he does, it's for his glory, and it's for my protection, and it's for my purpose. Only he knows. He's the author of my story. And in the moments when I want to pull away and run, those are the moments that I need to pull closer into him and go deeper into his presence. I remember my friend was like, I'm hanging on to him. I was like, no, you need to press into his presence so that you can stand up, so that you can be strong, so that he can fill you up. All things, I would say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So we don't need to just hang on to him. We need to press in his presence in the moments that we feel the heaviest. And I'm picking God back up. Like, my light is coming back out. The Jesus glow is back. And I'm just grateful that he didn't just leave me. He won't leave you. He didn't forsake me. And he was just like, oh, you want to drop me off and you want to leave me and you don't want to do what I told you to do. I mean, it's going to be consequences, but it's just like, I'm grateful that he's allowing me to come back into covenant, to rededicate myself back to him, to right my wrongs, to really do things right. And I might fall, I might mess up, but I'm not dropping God. Like, I'm devil, shut up. Devil, shut up. Feelings, shut up. Emotions, shut up. Like, it's a different journey, but I'm grateful to be on it. I'm grateful to be on this journey, but I'll be sharing more healing diaries. I know y'all was like, where have you been? I did a where have I been video, but I was scared of judgment. I was scared of how people would perceive me, what they would think about me, what they would think about, oh, you done plastered this all over the internet, and I was this, you done said this. Like, I was so afraid of the judgment of other people that I haven't even been honest and vulnerable about where I've been and what's been going on. Like, I've been in mental warfare, like isolating myself because I didn't trust nobody. But I'm coming out of that. Like, I can trust people. I can be vulnerable with people. I need to use discernment, and I will be using discernment heavily. But I will be, and I have been, letting people know, hey, this is what's been going on. I need more of you in this way. Hey, this is what's going on. I need help in this way. And I have been vulnerable. And I remember watching this video, and he said vulnerability. Oh my gosh, what did he say? He said something about how vulnerability and humility brings favor and opens up for people to show up for you and the things that you need, basically. And that video really like put me in a different headspace. Like, Simone, you're running from God and you're running from people, but it's through your vulnerability and your transparency and your honesty where people can, and your humility where people can show up for you and actually be there for you and, you know, show you what to do. You get favor, you get help, whatever it is that you need is through that. Like, I'm quick to show up for everybody else. I'm quick to sacrifice for everybody else. And it's just like, when it comes to me needing it, it's like pulling teeth. But God had to break that in me too. And once I was like, oh, I'm gone. Like, that's pride. Let that go. Let it go. Like, you're not a burden. You're not too much. Like, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to depend on others. It's okay to have community. It's okay. You don't have to do this by yourself. You don't have to do this alone. Like, healing is a journey, and in the Bible, he created Eve as a helpmate to Adam. And he even said it's not good for man to be alone. And I'm not just saying this in I need a helpmate or a spouse, but spouse, friends, family, community is important. And so is your relationship with God. Don't run from him. Go naked before him. Open up your heart. Give him the purest, rawest version of yourself. In the moments that you have no words, give him your tears. And reach out for help too. Because had I not called certain people, text certain people, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I don't know if mentally I would have made it out of what I was feeling. Had I not had the strength at sometimes to say, yo, my mind, I'm at war in my mind. I overthink, y'all. Overly emotionally sometimes. Overanalyze. And it was just like, had I not taken the time at moments where I was in despair to not just reach out to God or cry to God or reach out to people, you know, I don't know. But I'm grateful, you know, but I'm in a stronger mindset now. Like, suicide, that's, no. Yeah, but that's really what's been going on. I dropped God. Things started falling apart from the moment that I got here on through, and I just dropped God, and I felt betrayed, I felt hurt, I felt pain, and I didn't want to do it. And it's crazy because somebody was like, Simone, you feel you can run, but the calling is going to keep calling you. It's going to keep calling you. And I've been running, but it keeps calling me. So I'm picking it back up, getting back on my post. I'm not going to say I'm going to come every week. I might just post once a month. But right now, you know, I'm still trying to make sure that I walk in obedience with God this time. I'm not trying to pick up and run. I might speed walk a little bit, but I'm not, unless God say run, I'm gonna run, but I'm trying to have a slower pace of coming back out and sharing things and doing things, because I don't want to go back to the space of dropping God off or isolating or dropping people off. But that's what's been going on. That's how I left God. Left my husband, because he's my husband. He's my maker. He's my father. That's how I left him and didn't think twice. Well, I did think twice. Let me not lie. I did have moments where I thought twice, where I was in his presence, where, you know, I could feel it, but I don't know. It was just very back and forth, very back and forth, very unwavering faith and all of that. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all comment. If this blessed you, let me know. Stay tuned for more. I love y'all.